Greetings from the front line, y'all. Yeah, just a couple little things I want to chit chat about on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Yeah, so you'd be blind not to notice that things are changing up a little bit. You were starting to see more people on the streets wearing masks, and you can just feel it in the air. It's there's a little something on its way. And it's really interesting because I'm noticing, I'm in here working with the public every single day. And so there are definitely more people coming in who are masked up than there were even a few weeks ago. That's their business. That's their choice. They are welcome in this office. But I am being super protective of my own well-being as we move into whatever this thing we're moving into is, in lots of different ways. It's not just about, oh my gosh, it's COVID or Centaurus or whatever the hell it is this time. It's also about the way that people are acting and interacting with themselves and what they are demanding. So I've actually dismissed a few people from my practice over the last week. What? Can you afford to do that? I don't care if I can or can't. I can't mentally afford not to do it. Especially folks who have come in and they haven't been taking good care of themselves, and their lack of attention to their health care suddenly needs to be everybody else's crisis. And I don't operate like that. I've been steady and consistent, and I'm always about education. And I've been called every name in the book, money grubber, due to whatever, but because I asked somebody to come back and look after themselves. And that's cool. I'll wear it, whatever. But I had somebody who made a dire error of saying, oh my gosh, I've had to come back 3 times for a problem that they had had for several years that they finally decided to do something about. And they made a mistake of speaking to someone in my waiting room who I'd done a lot of really good turns for, who did not appreciate it and came in and told me every last word that the individual said. And I was just like, when this person came in, I was like, you and I are done. What? No, we're done. What do you mean? We're done. And so I'm encouraging you as well. Check around in your life and the kind of stuff that you've put up with that really is a drain on you. My life is too fun, too short, and too exciting to deal with people who aren't dealing with their own stuff. And I'm always here to help, educate, support, and love. That goes without saying. But it's like, I had a young fella come in today, and he was like badly injured from something that he'd been consistently doing it over a period of time. And he was like, well, you'll be able to fix this in one go, right? And I went, you think you could go to Weight Watchers and eat one salad and be skinny? And I'm like, for real? I value my space, my time, what I'm doing. I'm always working on educating people. But it's funny, back a long time ago when we didn't have the access to knowledge that we do these days, you could totally excuse somebody not knowing about their health or well-being or whatever. But gone are the days where someone can come in and say they don't know any better, but also gone are the days where they cannot have paid attention to themselves and then come in and make it somebody else's problem. This goes for physical health, and this goes for mental health. Yep, let me say it. Super popular. Your mental health is your own responsibility. And if the atmosphere or environment around you is uncomfortable, guess what? You can keep pursuing for the rest of your life. That environment is not going to change, and you aren't going to change it. What you can do is adapt and change yourself within that environment. That's what environments are for. That's what boxes are for. That's what experiences here on earth are for. They're there to provide us the challenges, to make us uncomfortable. Things slowly shift in those paradigms as far as the way that we interact with certain situations here on earth. I mean, look, how long has racism been around? Really? We haven't gotten that lesson yet? Come on. Do you know what happens is it presents the opportunity for us to step inside of that, to feel it, to wear it, to see it from every possible angle, and to do whatever we can personally to assist and make that better in our own lives and for the lives of the people that we love who are around us. This idea that we need to change all environments to suit our needs is just, it's crazy. So it's really interesting. So I'm just, being really conscientious right now about protecting my own time and my space. And as things are hotting up again and we're saying, I'm so disappointed because I had the banana handbag and the monkey suit. And I'm like, what happened to the monkeypox? Like, where did that go? Like, we're doing COVID again? Are you kidding? I'm so bored with that. I had the suit, I had the bag. I'm like, what? Anywho, so, you know, I encourage all of you who, I mean, everybody's been through the ringer, you know, livelihoods, jobs, families, things have changed so dramatically since all of this happens. And as we're kind of moving into a new thing, and you can see it yourself, like I said, you'd be blind if you couldn't see it. More people are wearing masks. It's getting a little weird. And in my space, all are welcome here and all will be welcome here. But when people start coming in and start trying to change my environment, I had a lady say to me the other day, you know, as a practitioner, you really should be more conscientious about, I'm sorry, what? More conscientious? I'm like showing up here every single day. I'm good. You know, have a look at that. Why don't you ask me what I did to stay well through all of this instead of criticizing the fact that I'm not doing what you're doing to make yourself feel more comfortable. I don't have a judgment or criticism based on anybody who wants to do whatever makes them comfortable, but don't you dare go into other people's spaces expecting them to change what makes you feel more comfortable. Exercise your right not to go somewhere. Exercise your right that if you don't feel safe, that you can stay at home. Exercise that right instead of trying to make everybody else you know, feel like they're poisoning you, killing you, doing whatever. I'm not playing, you know. So, yeah, just a little food for thought this afternoon. And I am rocking it in here today. I'm having a ball. I love what I'm doing. I love people. I love chatting. I love educating. And it's really fun. But I'm also really loving this kind of, I'm setting my boundaries and being very, very clear with people. To the point where I'm not afraid to say to somebody, this isn't the place for you. So you know what? Have a look around your own environment and see what you can do to clean that up as you kind of move forward into the autumn and the winter, knowing that this, you know, tomfoolery and assholery is going to abound again. And see what you can do to clean up your own space. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being more forthright, right? I'm always like, I can see so many sides to everything, and I get that. And sometimes I tend to be a little too compassionate when it comes to that. So in my own space, as for me in my house, I will show up with what is safe, what is effective in my world, and people will have the choice to come here and play or not. So peace out. Hope y'all have a great afternoon.